Hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream. I'm gonna tweet this out as always. We're watching some Derek Queen, who I've been meaning to catch a full game of. Let me just tweet this out right now. Derek Queen versus Maryland. Alrighty. I'm just gonna send out this tweet and we will be live. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's having a nice day. Good Monday. Nice productive Monday. Hopefully not too painful. What's up, Evan? Evan Chu, how's it going? But yeah, I'm excited to watch this game because I've been meaning to catch a full Queen game because he's been playing really well, at least by the numbers. And I'm also been meaning to catch Cam Marquette because Cam Jones is one of my guys. I would have taken him in the first round last year, and based on the way he's playing so far, like seems like he might be a first round pick this year. But anyways, this should be a fun game. Two good Marquette, really good. Queen is a good player. Intrigued a little bit by Deshaun Harris Smith, number 5 here. A couple of my smart scout friends, we've retired that one, buddy. Melanated Shanku. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. Yeah, Cam Thomas has been good this year. I agree. That whole Nets team to me has been really fun. I love Schroeder. I think Schroeder has been ridiculously good this year. Okay, Queen. Good advantage, just like beautiful. He's so damn skilled. Great little like reverse pivot right there. Whew, beautiful. Doesn't score, but Queen is such a fun player to watch, man. I love watching Queen. Igor, Nolan, Dylan, who are you talking first? Whoever you want me to talk about, I guess. I mean, I will be discussing Derek Queen for sure. Whew, big poster, and Cam Jones are the main focuses right now. But Cam, curious to watch his driving because he's drawing a good amount more fouls than he did last year, which was always has always been one of my main hangups with Cam is like paltry free throw rates, but it seems like it's doing better right. It seems like his free throw rates are up right now. But let's see, Queen. Good job by Queen in the passing lanes. Good start from Mr. Queen. Stevie Mitchell versus Julian Reese here. Oh, who am I taking? At the moment, probably Dylan. I'm probably taking Dylan first. Dylan, Traore, then Demeen at the moment. Yeah, Queen was Queen improved so much in high school. Like, I really did not think he was very good as like a sophomore and like a junior, but he like kept getting stronger and more athletic and adding skill to his game. So like I give Queen a lot of credit for like continual improvements that he's made. I still have some skepticism about Queen when it beautiful finish by Cam Jones here. I still have some skepticism when it comes to Queen in terms of like his NBA translation, but he is like an awesome player that I think has come a really long way over the last couple years. Herb Jones type wing. I mean, Cooper is. I mean, obviously Cooper is better than that, but most of the really good wings in this class are like offense oriented. I need to probably look at one of my lists. Like Hugo Gonzalez is going to be good on defense. Drake Powell has a lot of defensive upside. Solomon Washington, if he ever comes out, is a sick defender. But yeah, I mean, Herb Jones is pretty singular. I really like Neat Clifford's defense. He's one that I like a lot. Yeah, Queen is awesome, man. Look, as I have said regarding Demean, and as I will. Oh my god. Dude, did the Pacers really sign Moses Brown? My goodness. I was begging for them to sign a big, but you know what? I think I'd rather have Enrique Freeman than Moses Brown. Oh my god. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Who cares? Jesus Christ, man. It's brutal out here, man. It really is brutal hours. Queen already getting subbed out. But the conditioning for Queen is definitely going to be something to notice. Because that was an issue in high school, and he's getting subbed out early. So definitely just continuing to play to the speed of the college game. We'll see how that goes for Queen. Because obviously Maryland like really needs him out there. This team is not that great without Queen. Oh, beautiful. Look at the hezzy, man. Nasty hesitation. Cam fucking Jones. I really wanted the Pacers to pick up Brandon Carlson before the Thunder did. He was the main one that I really wanted. And then of the vets available, I would have been okay with Bismack Biyombo, Tony Bradley even like has been all right. I don't know, just like why do like I don't know. Like there's very little evidence that Moses Brown is anything but a pretty rough NBA player. No shade to Moses Brown or anything, but great reload here into a three. Cam Jones is such a bucket, man. But yeah, I don't know how much is actually going to play. Like I'd legitimately rather have Julian Reese. I'd legitimately rather have Enrique Freeman. Just like see, I mean, I didn't really like Enrique as a prospect. I didn't think he was a real prospect, to be honest. In terms of like someone I'd want to draft, but I think I'd rather just like see what he can do than I don't know. It's really rough. The Pacers are in a tough spot. Can't say I'm too happy about that one. This is similar to how it felt when they signed Wiseman in the offseason, but a little more dire now because obviously we know what's happened with the injuries. Oh, whatever. Honestly, can the Pacers like pluck Derik Queen? I remember Moses Brown got traded to Boston. Yeah, Moses Brown is someone people talk themselves into. Would Cooper make the Raptors a contender? I think eventually, yeah. Not today or not this year, maybe not next year, but I definitely think Cooper, Scotty, Grady, RJ, like that's a potential contender. Biggest dogs in this draft. Cooper Flag is one of the biggest dogs, has some of the most dog in him I've ever seen in a prospect. If you're curious about that, go back and watch his U17 final against Spain, where he had I think like nine steals and a bunch of blocks as a 15-year-old in the biggest game of his life. And also Mbako seems good. I haven't watched any Indiana this year, but looks like he's scoring better. I think Mbako could be a solid like complementary wing prospect. I don't have a super strong opinion on him at the moment, but if I ever do, I'll definitely update at some point. Queen like a Naz Reid, probably unlikely, just because Naz was like always a shooter, even going back to high school. Naz was like a very legit shooter, shot maker type. And I think he was even a different level of fluid and handler. He's taller. So I don't know. I think if Queen does end up making in the league, it'll probably be more in like a Diet Şengün kind of mold where he's working through the high post in the middle of the floor. But yeah, I don't know. He's not. I still am quite skeptical. I just need to see him shoot. Like it's really tough to be a short center in the league when you're not shooting. Like even when we see like Alperen Şengün, who was so good last year, is really struggling this year as an interior scorer. Like he's I think length is bothering him more this year than it has in the past, and he's shooting more threes, but it's not great. Oh my goodness, Queen! Dude, look at that drive. Beautiful like footwork here, like the late steps. Looks like he almost like hops and loses his balance here. Yeah, he kind of like loses the ball here, but gets it back. Controlled finish, like yeah, he's so much fun, man. I love Queen. Just a reminder, the Nets have. I am reminded that the Nets have 5 firsts every time I do a mock draft for work. And I'm like, how can I give the Nets all of these players? Are they actually going to make all these picks? Good, good, great D by Queen here. Yeah, switching on to Cam Jones, containing. Good work there. Really good work from Queen. I want to see the Raptors happy. Yeah, Reese is not that great of a is not. Yeah, I don't know. I very much would like to see Maryland just lean into Queen as the lone big. I certainly agree with you on that one. I don't know. I feel like with the way Queen is playing right now, if he keeps it up, he's going to get drafted this year. Like I would be pretty surprised if he came back after starting the season like this, if he continues to play like this. But like if he decides to stay in college, like he will be one of like the best college players on the planet, no doubt. I mean, I would guess Queen ends up as one of the better players in college basketball by the end of this season. Like he's just so built for the college game, which is not like an insult or anything. That's just like his skill set is very tailored to what college basketball is like. Let's see, I do wish he would. I am definitely curious to see Queen get tested in space because this is definitely not Queen being tested in space. Brooklyn Toronto pick swap. I wonder if. I mean, I would guess the Nets maybe consolidate some, maybe trade down, take some stashes. In my mock draft that I did for work, that I think is going to probably release today or tomorrow, I gave them Noah Penda as one of their picks, which I love because that's a potential stash I really like. Maybe you can convince like Saraf to stay overseas. I don't know, or Senge or something. I don't know exactly what they're going to want to do. They've got a lot of picks. I'm gonna speed through the non-Cam Jones minutes and non-Cam, non-Queen minutes. Okay, we got Queen back in the game. Yeah, Queen is a monster. Let's see, another switch. I'd say that's pretty good defense. Again, just Cam. Cam is a monster with those like touch finishes. But this is pretty good defense by Queen, right? Like forcing Cam into the baseline. Like that's a really tough finish, but I think it's a positive rep from Queen defending the perimeter. Like that's a good play, honestly. Yeah, I think that makes sense, Kevin, about the NIL. I'd still probably bet on him going, even if like again, if he gets like top 20 buzz, I guess it really just all depends on like how big the buzz is for him. But yeah, I guess with NIL anything is possible. Evan, I am very worried about Derik. I don't know. I just don't. It's hard for me to see Derik at least within the next couple. Maybe like he can make a comeback later in his career, but for the moment, he's just like he's just so cooked physically, like, which is so sad because Derik is one of my personal favorite. This is fucking sick. I love that. Yeah, Derik is one of my personal favorite high school prospects that I've ever watched. And it's a huge bummer what's gone down with his just had the worst injury luck. 2026 draft is actually I don't know. 2026 draft is actually a really weak center class. Like so honestly, maybe actually, I guess assuming, because 2026 is going to be really stacked at the top, but there aren't really great centers. Like Jaden Quaintance is going to be the best big in the class, I think, not counting Boozer, of course. Malachi Moreno, who's going to Kentucky, I really like. Chris Cenac, who's going to LS. I don't think he's committed. He's like a kind of a projecty big. But yeah, that is a good point, honestly, because it's definitely not as strong of a big class as this year, and this year is not even that strong of a big class. Um, like you said, Evan, you're talking about Ryan Kalkbrenner. Yeah, Kalkbrenner had a 49-point game. Kalkbrenner's gonna be a second round pick whenever he comes out. That's kind of how it's. I feel like Kalkbrenner's a guy who could have entered the draft any of the last 3 years and been a second round pick. He's just a very solid, like good rim protector, good touch, really great finisher, good screener, expanding his range a bit. So yeah, Kalkbrenner is a solid. I think he's a good bet to be a solid NBA player. I do think Malawash can be a top 10 big. He absolutely has that ceiling. Definitely big questions, and he's one of the guys who I'm most kind of curious to see how this season goes. But he has that ceiling for sure. Queen closing out. Yeah, Queen can really move. Like really impressive mobility on this closeout. Like that's really good. He is so damn light on his feet. Look at him just glide. It's not super perfect in terms of like technique and placing his feet. Like, don't really know why he jumps backwards and then stabs out, but he is so good in recovery. Like, can go on his tippy toes. Ryland's Kalkbrenner, making him sound even more white. Even more white. But yeah, Duke Wings. That's true, Steven. Duke Wings have had a rough shake injury wise. Hopefully, Cooper and Khan can avoid that bug. But yeah, obviously AJ Griffin, other stuff aside from the injuries. And of course, Zion had his own injury questions, even though that wasn't really as prevalent in college. But anyways, fun Queen game so far. They keep testing him and it keeps not going well. Like they're just these Marquette bigs are just struggling immensely to do anything against Queen. He's just such an overwhelming physical talent. Like this is not good though. I don't like Queen just standing around and not that's bad. This is not good. Yeah, it's not great. I think I swear I gave the Nets a center in my mock draft. I don't remember. Yeah, I think Malawash or Rocco both make sense. Oh my lord, Queen, just disgusting hand, ridiculous, man. Malawash and Rocco, good options. It's not a great center class outside of the top two because like all of the best centers outside of Malawash and Zakarski. Hello and good night, Adrian. All of the best centers in this class outside of Malawash and Zakarski are either like really undersized, like Colin Murray Boyles and Flory Badunga are both great, but both like 6'7", 6'8", or just like more like slow ceiling or projecty. Like Brandon Garrison is a guy who I really like at Kentucky, but he's more of a developmental big. Owen Freeman at Iowa I like is like a basic rotation big, but he's like nothing crazy. Nice skip pass from Cam here. Yeah, really nice pass. Here we go. Go Stevie. See what Queen can do. Just dribble handoff kind of. But yeah, this Maryland team outside of Queen is just like a pretty uninspiring group, at least in my opinion. Yeah, I could see Rocco staying another year if he continues to not play like this. I'd probably take him pretty high regardless, but I could definitely see him staying. Pat and Gongba, I could definitely see Ngongba playing. I think Ngongba will be their best big this year. Like obviously Malawash is a much better prospect, but Ngongba is such a good player right now and kind of like Queen, but like in a different way than from Queen. He's like very college ready to me. Um, yeah, yeah, Gillespie. I like Bethea still. He just hasn't played. I don't think he's played as much for Miami, but I'm still optimistic about Bethea. Yeah, Asengwe, I'm not super high on because I'm worried about the offense, but he's like Asengwe, if you're looking for like a project, he's the youngest player in the draft. He's incredibly toolsy and mobile, and he's a great foul drawer. So maybe. Um, and then Advaldis, I haven't seen a ton. I can't really comment on Nicolas. I don't remember exactly what his first name is. I remember he was less impressive to me at that Basketball Without Borders camp where he broke out than some other people seem to be with him. But I haven't watched enough of him to have a real opinion. So I do not know at this point. But maybe. I'm sure I'll watch internationals at some point, but probably not for a while, considering it's college basketball and there's high school basketball and there's NBA stuff. But okay, nice drive, DHS. This is an ugly basketball game. I mean, it's college basketball, so that's kind of what you expect, but it's an ugly basketball game. Queen again guarding in space. I mean, he's been really great in this game on defense, just like constantly working on the perimeter. Definitely has been less good on the interior in this game, which is definitely a concern I have with Queen. Like 6'9" center, at least Flory Badunga is like a god vertical athlete, whereas Queen is a little more ground bound, and I think that's somewhat worrying for his defense. But that's again another switch. Damn, another cutoff. This is maybe a foul here. You could probably argue. I don't know. Really good. That's a again like great bucket by Cam, but that is a good defensive possession from Queen, man. But on Tuhi, have no take. I have literally I have watched 0 seconds of Tuhi. I probably will eventually, but I have no I have no opinion. Who is your opinion is the best shooter between Liam, Khan, and Caravan? Definitely Khan. I think Khan has like the off dribble and like the mid range versatility that the other guys don't really have. Caravan and McNeely, especially Caravan, I think might be a better like pure movement running off screen shooter. But I think Khan is the most dynamic as a whole because he can also like run off screens and contort his body in midair. McNeely is a great shooter, but he's a little stiff, I think, and just goodness, Derik Queen just blowing through this defense. This is terrible defense, by the way, but Queen just walks to the basket, man. Yeah, I think so. I think I'd probably rank them as shooters. I'd probably go with Knuppel, Caravan, McNeely, but they're all great shooters, obviously. But yeah, I think overall, I'd say Knuppel just because, or sorry, Knippel, Knippel. I will have a hard time adjusting to that still. Khan is a great shooter. Like he's a fucking sniper. Yeah, Steven, we discussed that a little bit ago. I am not thrilled about not necessarily thrilled about that. I mean, it's like a third backup center, whatever, but oh man, like they really couldn't have found I said this earlier, but I really wanted them to pick up Brandon Carlson, the Utah rookie. Oh goodness, Queen is just such a bucket. I really wanted them to pick up Brandon Carlson, the Utah rookie who the Thunder just signed, but of course the Thunder signed the guy I like because that's the only fucking thing they do. Cam Jones is having a bit of a tough one, making some tough shots, but what happened to Paul Reed? Paul Reed is just not getting minutes on the Pistons right now, which is honestly understandable. Like I don't think the Pistons are wrong for not playing Paul Reed because JB Bickerstaff is wisely not playing their non-shooting bigs together, and both Duran and Stewart should be playing ahead of him. But I would love for the Pacers to pick up the phone and trade for Paul Reed. That's actually something I would like because he's better than the options they have. It's really brutal when it's like, you know what would save us? Paul Reed. Paul Reed would save us. No disrespect to Paul Reed or anything, but I'm like, anybody, please, somebody come save the Pacers. Like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know. It's a rough stretch for us, but all right, let's get to the second half, please. Queen. David Joplin not having a banner performance, and then Queen leaking out. Good defense by Harris Smith. Harris Smith is a really nice defender. I mean, I just think like he's like a 6'2", like combo type who doesn't really do much on offense, but his defense is nice. You can definitely guard. Oh man, Queen, beautiful pass, just great find, and of course he gets blocked. Look, they're selling my boy. They're selling my boy Queen. Oh, get out of here! I would not get out of here. I love Kata, but not that much. Or like or like it seems like this bridge is burned, but like imagine if the Pacers could like still had Goga, man, that would be awesome. Yeah, like I said, even though that bridge like is totally burned at the moment, Goga does not fuck with the Pacers, and understandably so. I wouldn't either if I was in his position. But I'm like, man, could you imagine if they had Goga? Like, oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, I would not I'm not co-signing any Jarris trade that's not like for a legit star, which I don't think is happening. So Jarris is stuck with us for the moment. Good D by Cam. Queen. His spin move is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting spin move. And great cut by Cam and just Queen. Yeah, being a rough rim protector, unfortunately. Queen with the entry here. A little risky, but ends up working out. They get a foul. This spacing is so brutal. Goga is so annoying. Goga is annoying, but he's also really good, and I want him. I would also settle for Mo Wagner, who is kind of annoying as well, but also a damn good basketball player. I'm like, you got to be able to get on the just like toss him a second round pick, like for I don't know, for somebody. I'm like, who else has good backup bigs? I wonder if the Kings would let go of Orlando Robinson. They started Alex Len over him the other day, so maybe they'd part ways with Orlando. I like Orlando a lot. Maybe the Grizzlies would like. By the way, another cutoff here by Derik Queen, just like so fucking light on his feet. Like Queen used to be a plotter. It is so crazy how he has developed his footwork. Wow, was that actually a clean block? No, that was not a clean block. That was absolutely not a clean block on Fort. But yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I believe that. I mean, Queen's lost a lot of weight throughout his high school career. Like he was definitely heavier earlier in his career, but yeah, he definitely looks even slimmer than he did during his last Montverde season, which is good, obviously. But yeah, very much not a rim protector, as we can see on many occasions in this game. But that's fine. That's not his game. Oh, beautiful skip. Oh my goodness. So many sold potential assists in this game for Queen. There we go. Good D. Yeah, this is an excellent defensive game from him. Ooh, Embiid is playing tonight? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Larry Nance I like too. I am a big fan of Larry Nance as well. I thought he was underrated last year on the Pelicans. Pelicans fans really hated Larry Nance for some reason. I think just because the Pelicans needed him to be something he wasn't. Oh, beautiful pass. Yeah, Nance would be great. Pro comp, I have no idea, but I think his ceiling is quite high. Like I think he can be a really good offensive player at the NBA level with like passable enough defense. It wouldn't shock me if Khan was like an all-star level offensive guy at his peak. I think that's within his range of outcomes. I don't know if he's going to get there, but see what Cam's got here. Great finish. He's such a good finisher. Cam is definitely a bit rim averse, but like when he goes to the hoop, he's very good. Very good pass to a cutter that they drop soon. I will be looking forward to Queen. It's so funny, Queen going from playing at Montverde and having Cooper and Asen Newell and McNeely and Rob Wright and Curtis Givens to pass to, and now it's just like all of his guys are selling wide open shots. It's very rare that high school players like have a talent or at least let like a relative talent downgrade. I guess it's not as rare, like relatively. Like Queen went from playing with like a bunch of the best players in the country to not a bunch of the best players in the country, which is interesting, honestly. But I like Queen. Derik Queen. Okay, Cam. Nice pass. Cam's been making a bunch of great kickouts in this game. He's a very nice kickout passer. Deflections. 20 deflections? That's pretty good. Yeah, Khan's comp has to be a white shooter, of course. How could it not be? Cam. Yeah, Cam's a nice off-ball player. I like him cutting here into space. Again, Queen getting scored on the rim. He's probably gotten scored on like 4 or 5 times at the rim in this game. He's probably made up for it in the aggregate with his scoring and his passing and his perimeter defense, but oh, great. He's going to be good as like a screener DHO guy just because he's so big and hard to get around. Like, I think that's going to be another area where Queen is really good. Another good stop on defense. Okay, I like this communication right here. She's like shoving him out. Go. That is good. But yeah, Queen is totally cool letting him take those. Which, understandable. Now I'm just waiting for this pass. There we go. Yeah. Just like a dime. Absolute dime. That's a dime. That's a fucking laser. It's a beautiful pass. quick processing immediately on the catch. Like, he clearly just, like, knows where guys are. Queen in space. Yeah, Cam is picking up the ball early a lot in this game. Good dig there by Gillespie, but oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Beats his defender off the dribble, forces the help, whips it. Jesus Christ, Queen. This is awesome, man. He is so fun. What a beast. What an absolute beast. Okay, Gillespie. Yeah, Gillespie's definitely a bucket and a problem. Queen of the line. It's a good ass basketball player. Okay, Cam. Yeah, Cam's doing a lot of like early pickups and then just like hanging in air and trying to kick out. Not great. I don't love that, to be honest. TBQH. Maryland. This Maryland team's going to be fun to watch just because Queen is there. Have I seen Şengün's rim protection numbers? I have. He's blocking more shots this year than he ever has, right? Good for him. I feel like Şengün is oh beautiful. Look at Queen finally blocking a shot. Definitely think Şengün is helped a lot by his defensive personnel. But yeah, he's definitely been better on defense this year. Too bad his offense has been much worse, which is unfortunate because the Rockets, I think, really need Şengün to be the best. I mean, this is like a well duh, but like I think they're like, success, especially like deep into the season, if they want to make a playoff run, certainly will rely on Şengün returning to form as a scorer and as a passer. But we'll see. Ime is also just such a ridiculous defensive coach too. DHS, good skip. Definitely like DHS's passing, and I have no idea what Cam Jones is doing here. He's just kind of freelancing, I guess. Like this is not his rotation really, or maybe it is, and two's not supposed to. I don't know. Regardless, this is some very poor defense by Marquette, and they got bailed out. Cam picked up by Queen. All right. Cam is so good at like the relocations. When his offense comes along, we're pushing top 25. I don't know about that, boss, but ooh, there we go. Okay, I like him taking a 3 there. Ooh, beautiful spin move. All right, Cam's coming alive at the end of this game.